Hey y'all, John Duncan here. I got a quick thought for you. This is for financial and insurance advisors. Think about this. Imagine someone started at the very top of this industry. Like their initial clients coming out of the gate were billionaires and wealth everywhere. So everything they did was they had a great big team of experts around them. I mean, it was just from like 22 years of age on, they just had it going on. And imagine if that person they just got over that and just started going down. They started working, people with a couple 100 million, then they got down to the millionaires, and then they went down to the thousandaires. Like their goal was just to keep going lower. That doesn't happen. But I'll tell you what does happen. About 99.9% of all advisors start at the bottom, and they get going, learn some new things, start working with clients and so forth. And, it's a hard business. Very few survive anyway. But the ones who do, they build a business and they're climbing. And then every single time, almost without fail, they just hit the ceiling. The ceiling is where their training and their upbringing and all of it combined is the last leg of comfort for them. Might be a millionaire, might be somebody with 500,000, might be somebody with 10 million, who knows? Whatever it is, that's their ceiling. And I feel like the worst mistake I see advisors make is they spend the rest of their career never breaking through that ceiling. And I know myself, I spent a lot of years in this business hitting that ceiling, wanting to break out and go to the next level, but not knowing where to turn or how to do it. But about 10 years ago, I got so frustrated just working just more and more regular sized clients. I mean, I always had believed in this one thing. You're going to end up looking like financially the people you work with the most. And that bothered me from the very beginning because I knew I didn't want to look like some of the people I was working with at that point in time. But here's the thing. Where do you get the training? Because there's millions of reps that are working with the average. What about the people that are working with the top? Well, bottom line is there is training, there is resources. And once you get your skill sets and your training and your comfort, it goes up a little bit, then it goes up a little more, then it goes up a little more. What happens is in a very short amount of time, what used to be like big starts being very small. And because your comfort is escalating. And one of the quickest ways to get kind of past the fear, if you will, is to actually just go way beyond beyond the paradoxes. You have to go beyond the problem. You got to go beyond your biggest that you can imagine. For me personally, I got referred to a billionaire. A billionaire. This is like 10 years ago. I got referred to a billionaire, and I was just like, I don't know what to do, what to say. I'm just going to go see what happens. And I learned a lot of things from that meeting and from past then. But what I'll say to you is the biggest lesson from that is no one fazed me after that initial meeting, because I'm like, well, nobody that I'll probably run into is going to be at his level, which there are people beyond his level now that I know. But what I'm saying is then in my mind, I'm thinking somebody has 100 million and whatever, none of that matters now. Like I saw money for what it is. It's just numbers. But point being, that reshaped the way I was thinking. But what I also realized is I did not have the skills, I did not have the tools, and I didn't have the thinking, the perspectives to actually deserve to work with a billionaire at that point in time. And so I went on a 10-year quest to find those answers. And what I'm saying to you is, as we sit here today, 10 years ago, even 20 years ago, you could have survived in this business working with middle-class clients. You really could. Today, now it's we are in have and have not society. Middle class is shrinking and going down or going up. They're either going up or down, but they're not staying in the middle class. And the upper class, or just the people that are really tapped into today, are going higher than ever. People that would have back in the 1990s been making 50 grand are making 3 million right now. It's a whole different world. So the have side is going straight up. The status quo, or like middle class, which most of us were raised in, is kind of shrinking, going down, or they're going up, but they're not staying there. So as an advisor, here's the thing. On the left side, my left, your right, here's what's happening. Average advisors will be extinct. You heard it, extinct in the next 5 years. They'll be extinct. Why? The internet can replace you, because the information you're sharing can just be put there with videos, with all of that. On the other side, wealth causes complexity. It's hard as a consumer to go from one level of wealth to another. And did you know that over 90% of today's wealth is self-made? In 1900, it was a flip-flop. Over 90% was inherited. So you either had money or you didn't. Now it's self-made. And the big opportunity is this. It's transition specialists, financial and insurance people that have tools, skill sets, etc., to help new minted millionaires, 5 millionaires, deca millionaires, 100 million, whatever level you can get to, help them up into that next plateau, solve their tax issues, help them build or use leverage, help them create passive income, help them break free and never have to ever trade time again for money. That is powerful, and that's compelling, and that's not replaceable with a computer, with just a few videos. That's too simplistic. Maybe that's why a lot of advisors stay in the low end, because it is simplistic, but it's getting harder and harder, because that area, the lower side, they're getting pressed from every angle. Cost of everything are going through the roof for them. They don't have any other, they don't have multiple business interests. They don't have a bunch of, all this monopoly money economy is drowning most of the people in the middle class. They don't need financial help. They need to be saved. And they're counting on people that are doing well to take care of at least manage their money correctly so that they can help down at the other side. So I'm just saying, bottom line is, you have got to look to upgrade your skills, and in turn, not just skill sets so you can go work with the same people. Get great skill sets so you can take that and help larger and larger level clients, which will make your life about 100 times easier. I know, I've done it. And at the same time, you'll have greater impact on society, on the people you help, and as well as always, it's more exciting when you're growing and learning and seeing new things. And final note, you don't have to be the expert in everything. That was the big aha for me, is that there's experts in multiple areas. That you just got to be, the skill set really is to be open to all the other pieces that really truly build wealth today. So with that said, this is just a quick training. Again, upgrade your skill sets, that'll automatically upgrade your clients. You'll break through that threshold if you let yourself. And once you get up, you'll look back and go, why was I holding myself down there? Because it's all really in our mind. It's like one of my favorite quotes right now is, it's not who we are that holds us back. It's who we think we're not. Now, as you go up the economic the totem pole, if you will, it isn't about, being flashy, being this, but it's about solutions and skills. It's not about sales. It's about, like, sales skill. It's more about, do you understand tax code? Do you understand how to apply different things and really help? And it's a learning process. I won't beat around the bush. It's not going to be a cakewalk, but it definitely can be done. And when you do it, marketing cost, all this overhead stuff, all that goes down tremendously because you're just inherently valuable to society. So, anywho, John Duncan, hope you got something out of that. Drop some thoughts and comments. Subscribe, whatever you want to do. I'm here for you. So, anyway, thank you.